The word obsession encompasses the mindset of everyone at Mossy Oak. We obsess over hiding from, chasing, and conserving the critters we pursue. In this episode, we follow Dustin Shed Whitacre and Kevin Tate as they travel to Nebraska to hunt whitetails and mule deer. This is The Obsessed.
The sandhills in Nebraska are famous in the history of how our country was settled. A lot of this territory was homesteaded, and farmers and ranchers have been out here carving out a livelihood for a number of generations.
This place is just so vast. You can look at some areas and 10 miles in every direction, there's no houses, there's no trees, there's nothing. It's just rolling sand hills, tall grass, and every now and then there'll be a place where there's a windbreak, and a lot of time that's where these deer are hanging out.
Well, where Scott's place is located in the sandhills has both whitetail and mule deer in pretty significant abundance. We saw a lot of both species, and that was one of the things I looked forward to on the hunt, was the opportunity to see two habitats side by side on any given hunt, to chase whitetails or mule deer as the case may be. And hunting the two are very different, but they share the same habitat in a lot of cases. So it was a really interesting twist to the hunt for sure. An obsession with the outdoors, to me, really means more than can be captured in a single sentence or a single statement. I tried to think about it and gather in all of everything that it means, from the freedoms we have in this country to the opportunities we have to explore new places and do new things. But I think the only way to define an obsession with the outdoors, to me, is to look at the toughest parts of it. The times when it's 20 degrees and a 40-mile-an-hour wind and you can't feel your fingers, or the times when it's snowing sideways and you can barely see the animal you're after or the next path you want to take. Maybe it's the times when you're trekking up a mountain and you can't you don't know how you're going to make the next step. But in all cases you do. Your fingers don't fall off, you don't die on the mountain, you make it through. And these don't have to be life-threatening things, but they need to be significant. And to me, what happens there is we're faced with something we can't look away from. It's hard to zone out when you're that uncomfortable, or when you're under that much stress, when you're trying to make a shot, when you're trying to bring a week's work to a successful conclusion. Those are the times that you remember, that stick with you. Those are the times that make you obsessed.
Being an obsessed hunter, everybody's got a passion, this obsession that they love. But for me personally, there is nothing. I don't think there's anything out there that equals that feeling, that adrenaline rush I get for big whitetail. It's the pinnacle. It's what drives our hunting industry. It's what drives 8 or 9 million hunters a year to go out deer hunt. Whether if you're a deer hunter that hunts for meat, if you're a deer hunter that is taking your kid hunting for the first time, or teaching people how to hunt, or if you're a bow hunter, gun hunter, there's this rush, this thing about shooting whitetail. And I think almost everybody has this wish, man, I'd love to kill a big giant deer, put it on my wall. People come over and want to hear the story about it. And for me, I just love giant whitetail. it's like a chess match. And then when you win that game, and for a guy that loves that and loves big deer, giant antlers, and looking at giant antlers and hearing stories and seeing the pictures, it's just the ultimate. That's just an obsession that drives me.
When you're out in the field, whether it's hot or whether it's cold or whether your adrenaline is running through the roof, all 5 senses are in play and are recording memories at a rate that just makes any other kind of experience pale in comparison. And that is what the definition of obsession is for me, is the seeking of that experience in different places, in different times, in different ways. I'm Kevin Tate, and I'm obsessed.
My name's Dustin Whitacre, aka Shed, and I am obsessed.